Okay, students, in last lecture we have studied about the introduction of electrochemistry. Also about we have seen how it is helpful to us. That is all about electrochemical cell. Then we have seen about Daniell cell and galvanic cell. At the end we have seen that how the equation is formed for elect for electrode potential, that is the potential of electrode is equal to the electron of the right side, that is potential of the right side minus electrode potential of the left side, right? And finally we have got one equation, that is E cell is equal to E Ag positive slash Ag minus E Cu positive 2 slash Cu, right? So moving further, that for that equation we should know that what are the electrode potential. Okay, in that equation basically we have seen that E is written, that is E minus E, right? So how that E we are supposed to calculate, that is how we are supposed to calculate electrode potential, that we are going to study today. Okay, so we have seen that there are half cells which is consisting together to form the whole cell structure. Okay, so the potential of each half cell cannot be measured. Okay, we cannot measure only the potential of one half cell. Okay, so there should be two simultaneous process occurring together, that is oxidation or reduction. Then and then only we are able to calculate the total electron potential. Okay, so but how we will calculate the electron potential of half cell and another half cell? For that we are supposed to use the reference of hydrogen. Okay, so let us see how we can calculate the same. So let me read this first and then I will explain you what does it mean to say. The potential of individual half cell cannot be measured. We can measure only the difference between the two half cell potential, that gives the EMF of the cell. Okay, so how we can calculate it? We are supposed to calculate the difference between the two half cell. If we arbitrarily choose the potential of one half cell, then the other can be determined with respect to that. Okay, that means what? For the thing we should know at least the potential of one half cell. If one half cell potential is known, then another half cell potential can be obtained. But initially we should know the potential, or we can say that potential of electrode of any of the one. Okay, so according to the convention, a half cell, that is called the standard hydrogen electrode, represented by. Okay, so as I told over here that one should be known. So how we can know the one? We are supposed to use the standard hydrogen electrode. Okay, so if there is one standard value of something, then another can be easily calculated. So for that standard hydrogen electrode, what we are using? We are using PT, that is platinum. Okay, so platinum will be used as an electrode for us, and our solution in which this electrode is dipped, in that we are supposed to pass hydrogen gas. Okay, and when we are doing this, then hydrogen ions will be formed. Okay, and when this is doing the case, at that time the potential of that will be 0. Okay, that is H plus aqueous plus 1 electron will give half H2. This equation you already know. Okay, the standard hydrogen electrode consists of a platinum electrode coated with the platinum black. The electrode is dipped in the acidic solution and pure hydrogen gas is bubbled through it. As I told you that our electrode is platinum, and which is dipped into the solution which is acidic and hydrogen gas is passed in it. The concentration of the both the reduced and the oxidized form of hydrogen is maintained at unity. Now I don't need to mention again what is unity, right? Unity means it is maintained to 1. This applies that the pressure of an hydrogen gas is 1 bar and the concentration of the hydrogen gas in this solution is 1 mole, right? So when it is at the unity, it is definitely that the pressure of hydrogen gas will be 1 bar and concentration will be 1 mole. Then and then only we can say that it is a standard hydrogen electrode. Okay, so this is the diagram for the same. Here this tube, as you can see, it is containing the platinum electrode. This is the solution, okay, which is consisting of acidic solution, and in that we are passing the hydrogen gas with the help of the bar, and you can see that the bubbles are coming out. Okay, and during this time the pressure we are maintaining as 1 bar, and concentration of the ions is 1 mole. So moving further, if the concentration of the oxidized and the reduced form of the species in the right hand side of the cell is at unity, then the cell potential is equal to the standard electrode potential. Okay, as we know that during the unity, one will be acting as an oxidation and one will be acting as a reduction. So if we are considering that on the right side of the half cell is at unity, then the potential will be standard electrode potential. Sometimes metal like platinum and gold are used as an inert electrode. Why we are using this as an inert electrode? So that no formation is taking place out of that. If Pt, that is platinum, is again oxidized or if it is reduced, then it is of no use. Why? Because we have to maintain the unity, and also we have to find out the standard potential of hydrogen with respect to hydrogen. Okay, so that should be always 0. Okay, they do not participate in the equation but provide their surface for the oxidation or the reduction. Definitely, as I told, they are not going to participate in the reaction. If they will participate, then maybe there is a possibility of forming their ions, which should not be there. Okay, so PD is used in the following half cell. So hydrogen electrode PT 1/H2/H plus ion. Okay, half cell equation for this is the whole equation, right? So half cell will be what? H plus ion, which is gaining electron and becoming H2 gas, half of H2 gas. At another equation, what it is happening, if we are taking bromine, then bromine 2 aqueous will be forming, bromine 2 gas will be forming bromine minus. For that half cell, what will happen? Half of the bromine 2 aqueous plus electron gives Br. Here both the side aqueous is written. Why? Because we are using this in the form of a solution. Okay, so this is the standard form of that. So now, if the standard electrode potential is greater than 0, it reduces. Okay, so we are having two types of potential. It will be more than 0 or it can be less than 0 or it is 0. If it is 0, then it is of hydrogen. But if it is more than 0, then it is going to reduce it. Okay, so whenever the reduction is taking place, we should know if we are using two things, that is Cu and Ag, or Cu or Zn. So which the portion which is going to be reduced, if Zn is reduced, then it will be having a positive value of standard electrode potential. If Cu is going to be oxidized, then it will be having negative value. Okay, and it will be placed at anode. Similarly, if the potential is negative, then the hydrogen gas is more stable than reduced form of the species. Okay, as I told you, one will be greater and one will be lower. One will be in minus sign and one will be in positive sign. Okay. It can be seen from the standard potential for the fluorine is the highest in the table. The table I am going to show you in the next slide. Okay, has the maximum tendency to get reduced to fluoride ion. Okay, when it is maximum, as I told you, if it is positive it is going for reduction, if it is positive it is going for reduction. Okay, so in reduction what will happen, there will be a gain of electron. Okay, so what will happen, it will be forming an ion that is Fe minus. As I told you, it is to be gain of electron, and therefore fluorine gas is the strongest oxidizing agent and fluorine ion is the weakest reducing agent. Okay, in the vice versa it will be an opposite condition for lithium. Okay, so that is just, this is just for your introduction. This slide you can just go through it, you can read for your information. Now I'll be showing you the table for the same. So here you can see a defined at 0. Okay, so this is the potential, that is standard potential of hydrogen. Standard potential of hydrogen above all are positive, so means what, they will go for reduction, and below they are for oxidation. Okay, negative signs as you can see over here. Okay, reduction potential for many electrode have been measured and tabulated here. So this is the whole table, and this table is also given in your textbook for your reference. This is the standard. In standard we know that we have to maintain 0 above the potential, that is E cell. If we are writing, then it is the total of the cell. Then we are writing E standard cell, means 0 we will be putting, E above 0 and then cell. Okay, yes, so here again, and another, as I told you, this is your only again for your reference, for the oxidizing and reducing agent Fe, it is the strongest oxidizing agent. Okay, the most positive value of it is there. Okay, and here below, that is lithium, negative sign, right, most negative it is there. So strongest reducer, then the most negative electron reducing potential. Okay, so according to this what will happen, this is the positive value, that is Cu plus 2 is gaining 2 electrons. Okay, and becoming Cu at cathode. Here you can see that Zn, it is losing electron at anode. Okay, and its value is negative. So you can remember, if it is losing it will be negative, if it is gaining it will be positive. Okay, so E cell standard, as I said that 0 is written over here. Can you see this 0? Right, so E0 cell will be what? Again you need to remember that right hand side minus left hand side. Okay, so here what it is happening, left hand side minus right hand side, if we consider, then we will see that positive minus negative, so it value will come to 1 minus 0, or you can say reduction minus, this is going to reduce, right? So reduction minus oxidation also you can remember. If you don't want to remember right hand side minus left hand side, you can remember as reduction minus oxidation. So at reduction positive value we are getting, and oxidation we are getting negative value. So plus 0.34 minus 0 minus 0.76. So it will become plus, and your value will become 1 plus 1 0 volt. Okay, so let me brief you about this electromotive forces. The potential difference between the anode and the cathode in the cell is called the electromotive forces, that E that we are writing, right? It is also known as electrode potential, and it is designed as E cell, right? This is E cell. E cell is the whole. If I am writing E0 cell, means what? It will become the standard value. As we have seen over here, the standard value of the cell will be this if we are using Cu and Zn. Okay, so mind well whether there is a 0 or not. If there is a 0 means there is a standard value. If not 0, then it is all about the whole value. Okay, So standard cell potential, as I told you, that reduction minus oxidation. You can remember cathode minus anode also, or you can remember right hand side minus left hand side also. Okay, so this is the standard value. In order to find out the standard value of the cell, we have to get this formula, that is E standard of reduction minus E standard of reduction only, but at cathode and at anode. Okay, so you can remember reduction minus oxidation also. Okay, so this is again the potential value. So here, as we have seen earlier also, if you see this diagram, what it is happening, Zn is giving 2 electrons. Okay, so if it is giving 2 electrons, then it is losing. So losing means it is kept at anode, right? And so here, as we can see, if it is losing electrons, electrons are moving this way, and over here Cu is there, right? So Cu is what? Our cathode, and that is charge will be passing through this direction. Okay, so in this way we can write down for oxidation. So in oxidation, what will happen? Loss of electron. So where is the loss of electron for us? It is over here, that is Zn loses, right? And so its value is in negative, right? So value of that is negative, minus 0.76 volt, and over here Cu is gaining. Cu is gaining, right? So when Cu is gaining, its value gain, so there is more than 0 value, right? As I told you to remember that way. So that value is 0.34. Now according to the equation, as I told you, what we are going to remember, reduction minus oxidation. Reduction minus oxidation. So we are doing what? 0.34 minus 0.7 minus 0.76, and that's why we are getting the value 1.10. Okay, so here we have described about how to find out the standard value of half cell and standard value of cell, right? With reference of hydrogen. So if we want to find out the value of any of the compound or any of the iron, so one, if we are not knowing anything, we can take as a standard with reference of hydrogen, as we know that its value is 0. So it can be taken on the right hand side or it can be taken on the left hand side, depending whether it is going to gain electron or lose electron. In this way we can get the value of cathode and anode. Okay, and this way we can find out the value of E cell, E standard cell. Okay, that is EMF also you can say, or electrode potential also you can say, that is the cell potential also you can say. Okay, so this is very important for you all, because this is going to come ahead for the Nernst equation also. So in the next lecture we are going to study about Nernst equation. Before that, I hope that you will be revising our first lecture of this and this lecture also again, so that Nernst equation will become easy for you. Okay, thank you.